Hello, my name is Rahul. Today I am going to show you how to use NStream to create a synchronous socket. I am going to use Xcode 7.1.1 and Mac OS X 10.10.5. Now create new Xcode project. Okay. Now we are going to create two applications, one for server, one for client. Okay. Now first we create server application. Next server app. Next create. Okay. Now go to main storyboard. Okay. Select this. Now create a file, Cocoa file to handle GUI of application. Next name it GUI handler. Next create of type NS object. Okay, go to main storyboard, drag here the NS object, this one, and in identity inspector give it a GUI handler mapping. Okay, and map it. Now it change over here. Now go to implementation of GUI handler, select this. Okay, now go back to storyboard. Now you have access to storyboard and the GUI handler header file. Okay, now over here we need to add a push button. Okay, place it here, name it start server. Okay, that will start the server, and over here drag it over here, make it action start server. Now make it connect. Okay, now we need to define a thread where we are going to listen for incoming connections. Okay, so for that we are going to add new file, that is your Cocoa file. Next name it server thread, make it of type the subclass of NS thread, it inherit NS thread. Okay, next create. Okay, now over here, now create a object of CFSocketReference object server. Okay, to initialize this we need a function, that is void initialize server. Okay, now copy this over here, paste here. Okay, now we need to include the socket headers, hash include sys. Okay, this one. Now the socket.h. Okay, another one, hash include header, that is your Okay, now over here in.h. Okay, now over here we are going to initialize object server is equal to CF socket create KCF allocator default protocol family is AF underscore internet. Okay, then socket type is sock underscore stream, this one, and the protocol is IP protocol, that is TCP. Scroll, this one. Okay, now the callback flags or types, that is your accept, as it is a server, so we are going to accept KCF socket accept callback. Okay, now the procedure that is going to handle that event, okay, that is your over here, move to this one. Okay, over here we are going to define the callback, that is your void TCP server handler callback handler, call it callback handler. Now the parameters are CF socket reference, that is S. Now CF socket callback type, give it a type, comma CF data reference, the data passed address. Okay, now void pointer, that is your data to be passed, then void pointer info, that will contain your context that you pass in the create socket create function over here. Okay, now okay, over here. Okay, now we need to make it constant. Okay, now over copy this, paste here. Okay, now we need to pass this context. Okay, for that we are going to create a CF socket context. Okay, that is ctx is equal to curly brackets, that is 0 comma self, okay, comma null and comma null. Okay, close it. Now we need to bridge it. Here it is to convert the bridge. Okay, and pass this context, copy over here, and you have to pass the address and close. Okay, we still have a error. Okay, we need to cut it, paste over here. Okay, it can't access outside. Okay, callback must be declared within the implementation. Okay, now we need to define the address, the port where this socket going to run. Okay, going to listen for the incoming sockets. So for that we are going to declare a structure, struct sock address underscore in, that is sock address. Okay, now set the memory set. Okay, that is your address of sock, not capital. Copy, paste here. Okay, and the size is 0, start is 0, and the size of bracket, paste here, close bracket. Okay, now sock address dot your length is equal to size of sock address. Okay, now sock address dot address family, that is your family, is equal to af underscore internet. Okay, sock address dot the port, make it sure it must be in H10. Okay, use this one, and the port is 3345. Okay, now sock address dot the address dot s address is equal to attr underscore any. Okay, now we need to bind that address to the socket. Okay, CFSocket CF data reference. Okay, dereference is equal to CFSocket CF data create. Okay, KCF. Okay, KCF allocated default. Okay, now address. Okay, address of socket, make it uint, that is your uint 8. Okay, 8 pointer. Okay, now size of socket address and close. Now CFSocket set address, that is your object server, and the data reference dereference, close it. Okay, now CF release, that is your data reference. Okay, dereference. Okay, now we need to override main function of NS thread to make this thread run in loop. Okay, now switch to this view. We are going to override main void main. Okay, now over here void main. Okay, now add cf run loop source reference, that is your loop reference is equal to cf socket create run loop source. Okay, key cf allocator default. Now the object server and the order is 0. Okay, now cf run loop add source run loop add source. Okay, the source is cf run loop get current. Okay, now loop reference and the mode is key cf run loop. Okay, run loop default. Okay, we forget the key default mode. Okay, now cf release your loop reference. Okay, now cf run loop run. Okay, that will put the loop in run mode. Okay, now we need to stop the server. Define a function over here, void stop server. Okay, copy it over here, paste. Okay, now cf socket invalidate. Okay, obj underscore server. Okay, cf release okay release obj server. Okay, now cf run loop stop. This one cf run loop get current. Okay, switch here, give it some space so it can go up. Okay, now we are going to accept the incoming client connections. For that we need to override this function, this callback function. Okay, now add switch. Okay, in switch use this callback, that is your type. Okay, and the type is key cf socket accept callback. Okay, and the statement is we need to define a class to handle incoming socket connections. So for that, now we are going to define a class, that is @interface, that is your client handler. It inherits ns thread. Okay, now define two variables of type CFRead and CFWriteStreamRef. Okay, public. Okay, CF read stream reference ReadStream, okay, CF write stream reference, that is WT underscore stream, okay. Now copy this, copy, go over here. Now make a implementation, add the implementation, okay, paste here, remove thread as we didn't define any thread right now. Now start a bracket, okay, pointer object client is equal to allocation initialize, okay. Now if we accept the socket, it is in native form, so we are going to create the we are going to set the reference, read and write reference, okay. First CFStream create pair with socket, okay, your KCF default locator, KCF allocator default, okay. Now the handle is this your data. Now you need to convert it into a CFSocket native handle, CFSocket native handle, and make it pointer and another pointers as we are passing the handle, okay. Now object client, remove this from the ReadStream, obj client, okay, we defined it. Now make it address, we are going to pass the address, okay. Now over here we are going to set the properties to so the stream can handle the close or socket close, okay. CF read stream set properties, okay, that is your read stream, okay, obj client ReadStream, okay. Now KCF stream property should close native socket, okay, and KCF boolean, that is true, okay. We are going to copy this, okay, and make it write stream, okay, and WT KCF streams should close socket negative, okay, rest is same. Now we need to implement the main method of this thread. We defined it as a thread, okay. Over here void main, okay, select this, go to implementation, over here paste it here. Okay, in main thread we are going to define the run loop. Okay, before that we need to bridge the CFReadStream reference to NSInputStream and OutputStream. Okay, for that first we need to go to header, define @ private, that is your NSInputStream stream, that is pointer input. Okay, NSOutputStream pointer output. Okay, make it strong. Okay, over here strong. Okay, save it. Now go to implementation, give it some more space. Okay, over here we are going to first initialize input is equal to ReadStream. Okay, output is equal to WT_stream. Okay, bridge it and also define bridge. Okay, now input set delegate, that is your self. Okay, output set delegate, that is also self. Okay, now we need to schedule both input output NS streams. Okay, input schedule run loop, that is your NS loop. NS run loop. Okay, current run loop. Okay, for mode NS default loop mode. Okay, copy this, paste here, make it output. Okay, now we are going to open the loops. Input, we are going to open the string. Open, output, open. Okay, now run the loop. CF run loop run. Okay, now we need to define the delegate. We defined it self. Okay, so we need to add the delegate void stream. Okay, that is your NSStream pointer. Okay, that is stream handle event. Okay, event code सही है. Okay, now no need to change anything. Okay, over here switch event code okay, case NSStream event has space, this one available. Okay, now second is case NSStream event has byte available for write. Break. Okay, case NSStream, the event end encountered. Okay, break. Now case NSStream and event error occurred. Okay, break. Okay, now the default is break. Okay, if error occurred, we are going to show that error ns error. Okay, pointer EWR is equal to stream error. Okay, now ns log, okay, at the rate double quotes percentage li percentage at the rate will show the string, that is your error, that is your code. Comma error localized description. Okay, close, make it long. Okay, okay, over here now we are going to pass the stream to a read and write function. Okay, go to header file, over here define read data and write stream function. Okay, over here we are going to define a function void read receive data and we are going to pass a parameter that is of type NSInputStream pointer, that is your stream, that is your variable stream. Okay, and another void, okay, write to stream, okay, of type NSOutputStream, that is a pointer, and the stream. Okay, now we are going to define these functions. Copy, go over here, okay, over here, define them. Okay, now we are going to read the stream over here. Okay, so we need to define a unsigned integer. Okay, that is your buffer of length 1024. Okay, now stream read, okay, pass the buffer and the length is 1024. Okay, now define a long variable receive length. Okay, receive length is equal to this. If receive length greater than 0, we are going to store read content in a mutable array. To define a mutable array, go over here in client handler, under private, define NS mutable array. Okay, pointer m underscore write mutable write to array. Okay, now copy this, go to implementation of client handler. In the main method over here is equal to NS mutable array, allocate memory, then initialize. Okay, now copy this over here. We are going to create a object of NS data, that is your receive data, make it a pointer. Okay, is equal to NS data with bytes, that is your buffer. Okay, now the length is receive length. Okay, now we need to pass that NS data to mutable array. Okay, m underscore write array. Okay, insert object, which object? There receive data. Okay, at index 0. Okay, that's our read complete. It will store receive data in an array. Now same data will be sent back to the client. Okay, for that we are going to define write to stream function over here. Okay, so if m underscore write array dot, not dot, it is not C++ or normal C++, it is count. Okay, is greater than 0. Okay, now NS data pointer to data, okay, is equal to m underscore write array last object. We are inserting at top and removing and retrieving the object from the last object, okay. Now you unsigned int 8 underscore t as we know it, okay, pointer data bytes is equal to, copy this bracket, we are going to get the bytes, okay. NS data has a function that gets the byte data in as a bytes over this, okay. Now we need to monitor the bytes read from the array of data bytes, okay. Over here paste this plus is equal to current, okay. We need to define a offset, okay. For that we need to go to the header. Over here define NSInteger, okay, that is your current offset, okay. Copy it, go to main thread, main implementation, over here paste it, okay. Now you need to also initialize it to 0. Over here go, it is equal to 0, okay. Now NSInteger unsigned integer length is equal to data length, okay, minus current offset. If greater than 1024, we are going to find the length to be sent, okay. 1024. If total data length to be sent is greater than 1024, then it will read only 1024 bytes, okay. Else if it is less than, then it will read the data of this length, total data length minus offset, okay. Now we need to send that data. NSU integer is equal to sent, not is equal to sent length, okay, is equal to stream write, okay, data bytes of length, this one, okay. Now if sent length greater than 0, okay, then current offset get incremented by sent length, okay. And if current offset is equal to data length, okay, if current offset is equal to the length of the data, then m underscore mutable array remove object not remove object, remove last object. Okay, as we are reading the last object, we can remove the last object now. Okay, and the current offset is set to 0. Okay, make it pointer. Okay, and copy this. We did an error. Make it unsigned integer. Okay, now save it. Okay, now we need to pass these two functions in the delegate over here. Okay, now self write to stream, that is stream. Okay, convert it into NSOutputStream pointer. Okay, now over here self read receive data pass stream. Okay, now convert it into NSInputStream pointer. Okay, now okay, it's the error, it must be moved. Okay, to here, event error occurred. Okay, over here ns log @ stream end. Okay, over here for default that are not event that are not processed over there will be called, will be displayed over here, that is your ns log @ unprocessed event %lu, that is your unsigned long integer, unsigned long, that is your event code, bracket close this. Okay, now we need to call this thread from the GUI handler. Okay, first save it. Now go to GUI handler header, use this. Okay, now hash import is your thread, server thread dot header. Okay, over here we are going to call the server thread object server. Okay, now over here server is equal to server thread allocation initialize. Okay, now server start. Okay, start. Okay, now our server is ready. Let's check it, run it. It's building, not an issue. Okay, Okay, build succeed. Okay, it's ready. Let's start the server. Okay, we have a error. Okay, we forget to initialize the server. Stop it and go to GUI handler over here. Now server, initialize server. Okay, now run it. Okay, our server is running without any error. Okay, close it, stop the app. Now we need to go to main storyboard and we need to put some text to show it is running. For that we need to log @server in loop. It will print this. Okay, now run it, start it, server in loop, all commands executed properly, all statements are executed properly. Okay, now we are going to define client app. Okay, I am going to copy paste some code from this project, from this part to the client app part. Okay,